the playoffs on the line. Tonight, a little added drama before we get these players. And now Dallas' starting group. We've got Michael Porter. He's out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Roy in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Jazz, we've got Klingon, and it's Love in at the 4. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions. But tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Abdul Rauf pass to Zubac. Now Porter. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Off target from three-point range. To the paint. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Love missing. Here's Kukoc. Zubac inside. Goes back up. And there's the rejection. Here's the break. Here's George. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Sturdy play from George in the paint. Getting by the contact and to his finish.
With one on the clock. Tipped. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Jazz out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this. And welcome back, everyone, to second quarter action of this NBA play-in game. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
DeMar DeRozan is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Pascal Siakam, and it's Rivers in at the point. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. Here's Johnson, rejected by Siakam.
And their coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end.
Here's Williams. Here's Rivers. Siakam for 3. Another shot. Oh, Green flexing on him with the strong finish.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Porter. Second chance shot. Out to Harris. It's stolen by Green. Muscling in. DeRozan.
Yeah, tough finish by DeRozan. Made him work for those 2 points.
And here's Harris outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Utah finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only.
Ooh, nice.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here, got Kenny the Jet. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They led by 2 after the first. They found a nice groove in the second quarter, running out to an 8-point lead. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
They're running some great offense right now, working the ball in good spots.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And welcome back to 2K Sports coverage of the play-in game as we move to the second half of action. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Ivica Zubac out there with Michael Porter. And it's Roy in at the shooting guard position.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
Oh!
Wow!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. A nice shot by Klingon.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
They get the rebound. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Utah ahead, up by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd is mic'd up. Defensive rebounding, a big emphasis for Jason Kidd, and something he'll continue to harp on.
Well, that's the thing. If you start giving it up on the offensive glass, very few things in this game are more deflating.
Brandon Roy.
And we return now to the final quarter of coverage for the NBA play-in game. We've got George, and it's Siakam in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Down by 12. And that one, good.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And they pick up 2.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Over to the wing. Love for 3. No luck on that one.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Here's Siakam. Misses the shot. And what a huge win for the Utah Jazz. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
That's another thrilling play-in game in the books, and you can really feel that postseason excitement in the air now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.